Welcome back to another Minecraft episode. This is episode 17. We're getting straight to work today because I have a idea. For whatever reason, off camera, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna fill in this map. And that's exactly what I did. These maps, they're 2 to 4 scale. And I had a couple, like these down here. I think I had like 8 up here and then some over here that just were not finished or filled in or even there. So I went ahead and did that, and it gave me an idea. I want to build a really big 4 to 4 scale map of my entire world. Not my entire world, like all the bases and stuff. Because this map, it doesn't have my brother's base on it, which is all the way down there in the mangrove swamp. It doesn't have his really OG base in the mushroom island, on the mushroom island, which, by the way, there's actually a mushroom island here that I found, and a cherry grove, a little tiny one up there. It also doesn't have the OG swamp base that in 10th grade I just randomly decided to build a rail car track all the way out to it. Yeah, that's not on there either. My inventory is still full from the past couple episodes, but I want to come over here and look at the only 4 to 4 scale map I have in my world. This one right up here. This one isn't finished, but it is the most zoomed out map I have. It has his base on it all the way down there. I have the maps for the mushroom island, but they're not actually filled in or displayed. And I believe this also has the OG swamp base. You can kind of see the old generation clashing with the new generation. The line of minecart track I laid. I've always been obsessed with maps. I've always loved maps in this game. I always kind of wanted to build like a really grand map of everything. The only problem with that idea is maps cause lag. Maps combined with a ever-growing base with a bunch of just a lot going on, all of that kind of comes together and just creates lag. And I was never fond of that. No matter how much I always wanted to build a really big map, I was always scared of lag and the implications of that, because I want to play on this world for as long as possible, and you know, a laggy world is no fun. With all that being said, a while back with the same idea, I thought about where I could put a really big map at. I thought about putting it in the Nether, because that way the chunks are for sure never loaded unless you're in the Nether. I kind of backed out of that idea and instead thought about where I could put it kind of close to my base, but not too far away. This mountain over here, it generated when I deleted some chunks. Forgot about doing so, and then 1.18 came around, and well, I got this really nice mountain. And so I decided to start work on kind of like a survival bunker. Oh my gosh, I am lagging. Kind of starting to work on a survival bunker. And this is what I managed to come up with. I've not touched this thing in well over a year. But I think this is going to be, well, it's always been the kind of core idea. I want to put a map wall in here. Not just any map wall. A 4 to 4 scale map wall. That's going to have everything. At least as much as I can cram in here. I'm building it inside of a mountain, so I should have infinite possibilities. I guess without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get to work, because I'm really excited to kind of get this project underway. I have no idea how big it's going to be, but I just got to get a head start. The first blocks. This is gonna take a while. I love it when I get carried away with a build, because I did a lot. I finished all of this. I said I was just going to clear it out and then come back and build. But yeah, so basically this is kind of like the entryway. This is the place you'd go to kind of prepare, I guess, to go outside. This whole build's kind of like a bunker. That's what I'm kind of leaning into. But we got this like really nice entry, and then there's going to be some doors here. And then you kind of come into this like hallway. This was really hard to design, believe it or not, because I knew I wanted to go with like a stone design, but I didn't really know what block to use. I didn't want to use stone brick. I ended up going with polished andesite and a stone floor, and I think it's all right. I threw down a desk, a really nice shelf that I came up all on my own, and I'm really proud of it. I might use this in my house. But I have these like diamond armor stands because this is like this is a grand room, and I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. It's a 40 block wide circle. And I did the math. I wanted to do 4:4 scale maps, but then I wanted to do the 0:4 scale maps. And those maps only have, I want to say 128 blocks from the side to the side. And if I wanted to have, let's say 10,000 blocks of world, that was going to be about 78 maps. The circle itself is only 40 blocks wide, and it's too big. I didn't want to make a 70 or even more because I wanted a border. Like a 100 block wide circle. I figured it was just going to be too much. So I settled with this, indented the floor right here, and I have a 4:4 scale map. These maps are a carbon copy of what I have in my base. Yeah, this is what I have right now. It's centered best as I can. It's subject to change, but you know, if you go that way, this map is oriented correctly, unlike the one I have in my house, which I will admit was a little bit confusing putting it down, but I think I got it quite nice. I like how there's like two little green arrows indicating where like I have these maps. There's one there too. But anyways, there's not too much work I can do. My original idea was I was gonna have some more hallways on each face of this circle. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think this build's whole purpose is gonna be, it's just gonna have a map. I also considered about instead of making this a circle, making a corner here, flat wall, and having another really large map right there. I might still do that. I haven't decided yet, but I want to work on getting at least all of these maps filled in. That way I can have a kind of like a complete, at least a 3x3. That's gonna be a lot of work. I think it'll be worth it. Before I do anything though, I'm all out of rockets, and well, I need rockets to do this, so gotta go grab some rockets, which means I gotta walk all the way back home. I want to come back and work on this place some more. I was having a lot of fun working on it, but I got burnt out really quick. Plus I was having some things going on in my actual life, and I associate those things with this build, and it kind of sucks because I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. It's not done. I just want to come back and work on it some more. I got rockets, but it just dawned on me, I don't have a watchtower connected to my house. Like, you'd think I'd have one of those built by now, but I just don't. Oh, I forgot I did that. There's actually a new music desk coming in the new update. I think it's called Bounce. I haven't really listened to it, but kind of waiting until the update drops. But anyways, yeah, I want to build a watchtower somewhere so I can like take off like this shit and be where I do that at. But anyways, let's go and get this map filled in. That is a really big beach. Imagine like a big old like hotel or something built over here. Maybe I can build like another city, like a proper city, not one that's like has a lore behind it, like it failed. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. And there's an ocean monument out here. I feel like there's like so many ocean monuments in my world. There's an above ground, what do you call these things? Wait a minute. What is this? Bruh. You know, I think I kind of remember this. I think my brother was trying to hatch some turtle eggs. Maybe. I don't really remember this a whole lot, but I kind of do. Huh. The more you know, like that's what happens when you have an almost 10-year-old world. You forget things. Which, by the way, May 17th, which this video should have been out like ages ago, but anyways, May 17th has passed. My world is now 9 years old, so yay, I guess. That's pretty cool. I mean, one more year to go, and that's a whole decade old, which is crazy to me. I made this world when I was like 12 years old. Oh, there's an teleportal. What the heck? Where does this go? Well, judging by the cartography table, I'm pretty sure I made this when I was doing maps, and I didn't feel like flying all the way home. So, yay past me. Future me is using this. Question is though, how do I get to my portal? Oh, I even decorated it. That's nice. If I don't die in here, because there's another portal. Where does that go? Hold up. What? I'm getting like majorly off topic here. I'm supposed to be building a survival bunker in the map wall, but no, I'm going through random portals. This one probably takes you to... No. Okay. Why is this here? Again, I think I died here one time, and like I knew approximately where I died, and I made a portal. I'm gonna go with that. Look at the view of my lonely cabin with the random pillager outpost that I'm pretty sure was not there when I built that thing. I like doing random builds throughout my world because like you'll be doing what I'm doing now or exploring, and you'll just come upon like random outposts, and it's like, oh cool, I did that many moons ago. I don't remember it. Kinda do. Where am I going? Where am I? Oh, this goes over here, not my base. Oh yeah, so another thing that I did off camera, of course, as you do, I made a skylight for this map. So I dug out all the blocks leading to the top of the mountain and kind of lined it with a deep slate. So now I have this like cylindrical tube that is above this map wall, and it's hidden behind this like mountain peak, and I think it's really cool. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with this mountain. There's a lot of potential here. As of right now though, I'm just gonna do some underground things. Like I think maybe I'll do like a old castle. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh my goodness, it is dark in here without night vision. I'm gonna have to fix that. Good thing I'm on peaceful. Okay, so that one's all filled in, all nice and dandy. This one's filled in. This one ignores the crap out of me. I wish it were filled in. I think I'll do these two and see where I'm at like footage wise. So let's grab both of these. Hopefully they're both locators. Yes, they are. All right, let's quit diddly dying. Diddly dad. I can't talk. It's been a long time since I've been out to the wasteland biome, whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna lie, that build wasn't my idea entirely. I got huge inspiration from another YouTuber by the name of Dallas Med 65. He kind of coded a whole biome in coarse dirt and called it the wasteland biome, but he also built a city. And I was like, you know what, I think it'd be cool if you combine those two ideas, and that's exactly what I did. So you kind of have like this like industrial type city. Whenever I get around to this build, I want to build like actual skyscrapers and all that, like stuff that's not looks like it's like from the, I don't know, cyberpunk. Actually, this is a good idea, loading all this terrain, because I don't think this is terrain that's been generated yet. I think it's, I don't know, I'm rambling, but I know the Sulfur cave update is coming out soon, and if I load all these chunks, and I'm not gonna have that. Holy crap, this is a nice biome. Dang, I didn't know this was out here. It's beautiful. And I want to say that's an old Extreme Mountains. I don't think it can be because there's a new village over there, but that's a big lake. Maybe I can like come out here and do something. No, I have to. I have to come out here and build. Like, look at that mountain. That's a gorgeous mountain. And then you got these ugly, well, they're not ugly. They're just, I don't know what I'm saying. They're cool biome. The meta, or whatever they're called, the like capped mountains with a bunch of flowers on top. They're pretty cool. It's nice to see some more snow on my map, especially because technically speaking there should be double what I actually have, but I deleted chunks back in the day and then they regenerated once 1.17/1.18 came out. So now if you load my seed, you don't get my spawn, you get a spawn that spawns you on the biome like I'm in right now, which sucks, but it is what it is. I guess it kind of makes my seed more special. I'm like beelining straight to the other side of this map because honestly I'm kind of bored. This takes a long time. Got that tree in the top right. It's so majestic. Ooh, another cherry grove. That's pretty dandy. I was always jealous of my girlfriend's cherry grove because like there's this one Lego set that I saw and it was really cool. It was like this like Japanese like castle thingy and it was really awesome and it had cherry trees and I'm like, that would be so cool if you built that in Minecraft. But like the only cherry grove at the time that I knew of was her biome, and obviously the only way I'd be able to do that is taking over the grove, and while she lives there she has builds there and that wouldn't be right. Kind of like scrapped that idea, but now that I know there's one out here, maybe that's a build that I can get started on one day. It's fun to build just big builds like far away from your actual base. Have multiple bases, don't just have one base. I think that just keeps your world alive and fresh. Like if you get tired of like the same world, like, you know, your base is quote unquote complete. There's nothing else you can add to it. Go and, you know, put all your stuff in the inner chest or in a chest back at home and just go tens of thousands blocks away or whatever you deem is an acceptable faraway distance, and then restart the game. You know, only bring the bare minimum to get you there. Then build a new base. Forget about the old base for a little bit, and then once you, maybe if not, it's okay. Maybe you'll want to go back to your actual old OG base. And then you do, and then you can keep doing that, and like over time it just fills up your world with like all these grand builds and projects. That is a goofy looking mountain, but I guarantee you there's an ancient city underneath it. I bet if I flew into that cave I'd land dead center inside an ancient city. But this is an exploring episode today. This is a map quest episode, no pun intended. Do people even still use map quest? Wait a minute, what's that? Hey dude, you're not gonna tell me that's random generation. There's no way that's random generation. Someone has been here and it wasn't me. Have these chunks been loaded before? Is this village looted? The first thing that comes to my mind is my brother, not the one that plays all the time, the one that used to play, that lives in the near spawn in the snow. because he always pillars up to take off with Elytra. You know what? Just for laughs and giggles, I'm gonna fly into this mountain. Oh, Emerald. Bruh, someone has been here. Who has been here? There's no way. There's literal torches here. Someone has been here and it's not me. I wonder who, because this isn't near any bases. I mean, it's close to my base, kinda, but like, no one would have any reason to go out that far. I don't think it was me. I don't remember going there. I should have stole some beds from one of those villages because it's getting night. Shouldn't be a problem. I mean, it's not like I'm building. I'm just flying around like a butterfly. Almost done with this map. I always forget I built this bridge. It's a really cool bridge. It just doesn't go nowhere. It just goes straight into that mountain. I'm gonna do something with it one day. Most definitely. I just don't know what. Alright, so this map's filled in. And I told myself I was gonna do 2. So I guess let's get to work on this one. I'm almost out of rockets, but it's perfect. Gunpowder farm right here. Gonna restock and then fill in this map, which this one's gonna take longer, I feel like, anyways. We are on the map. Oh, a lonely village house. Never mind. I don't know why that is a thing. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe that. Like, chunk loading issues. Got some more really cool mountains. Got a random ruin portal. I love how that pond that was in the top right of the map where I'm at just got completely overwritten. It's interesting how that works, because I've noticed that with these maps, like stuff that's already loaded changes somehow, which I didn't even think that was possible. Got some more mega taiga all the way out here. Oh my gosh, this is a really cool swamp biome. I didn't realize how cool the OG swamp biomes look with a mega taiga. Dude, that's awesome. Hold up a minute. I'm like geeking out right now. Look how cool that looks. Dude, why couldn't I have, oh my gosh, why couldn't I have built my base in a biome like this? This is so cool. And it has rivers and mountains. This is awesome. This is really perfect for like a big old cabin. I'm definitely gonna come out here and build something. I don't know what, but something. And hold up, there's another portal right here. Just a random nether portal. Where does this go? Am I gonna be able to get back here? Only one way to find out. It's out in the Soul Sand Valley. Not even on the map. This is pretty cool though. I don't have my inner chest, else I would write it down in my journal. Actually, fun fact, this episode's kind of turning into me just rambling, but honestly, I don't care. I'm really big into, I don't even really know what you'd call it. I don't want to call it EDC because I'm not the type of person to have like, you know, a bunch of tools on them 24/7 or like all that. I literally, like, at any given time, if you check my person, I'm just gonna have like my wallet, my phone, and a knife. I'm kind of lost, to be honest. I don't know where I'm going, but I love bags. And I also love photography. So all 3 of those things kind of coalesce into like one big, I guess, hobby. And basically, where am I going with this? Oh, shipwreck. I have a journal, like a real life journal that I've been working on, and it's just fun to just journal random stuff. You know, like, oh, how's your day going? Write it down. Or like, you want to build something? Draw out the blueprints. I was really big into car camping at one time, and I wanted to build like a platform. It's a baby turtle. I wanted to build like a car platform in my car. So I drew up the blueprints and I built it, and it turned out like exactly how my blueprints were. I have a second channel that's kind of like based on my photography niche. It has the same handle as my Instagram account, John WD Photo. And I only have one video on there right now, but I want to bring a lot more content to that channel, kind of just like real life stuff. I'm really big into like little things like that. I'm lost. Like I'm genuinely lost. Like I have no idea which way I'm going. I guess that's south, and if the sun is the sun setting? Can't see. No, the sun's rising. That's east, which means that's north. I need to go that way. Okie dokie. Can I fly straight through this villager outpost? That'd be so cool. Another thing I've been contemplating, 2 new games just came out that I was really excited about. Subnautica 2 and Forza Horizon 6 both came out like this month. I think they're out. They could be in whatever you call it, pre-access, or oh my gosh, that's 2 igloos. Is it? I gotta check. But I really wanna. No, this is cool. I really wanna kind of like get into them. But I have a decent PC. I have an RTX 4070, and then honestly, I always forget what CPU I have. But it's all right. It pairs well with the 1650. I mean, not 1650. That used to be my old GPU, my 4070. But like it'll definitely run the games. My Wi-Fi is kind of the bottleneck. I have really bad Wi-Fi. It's the best I can get out here. But for me to play those games, I basically have to either use my phone's hotspot or leave my PC on for honestly probably like a week just to download one game. I don't want to do that. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. On the other option, because I don't have a gaming laptop no more, I have a PC, so I can't really, take the whole thing to someone else's house. I mean, I could, but that's cumbersome. Actually, a Mesa actually bought me a SD enclosure, so I can take out my SSD, put it in an enclosure, and then adapt it via USB Type-C, and then download it straight onto there using someone else's laptop. It works. It's what I did for Forza Horizon 5, but then they just kept pushing updates, and well, I don't want to keep doing that because it's a pain in the butt. Because basically what I do, I take out my actual, I believe, M.2 SSD from my PC, put it in the enclosure, and then take it to someone else's house, plug it into their laptop via USB Type-C, change the download location to that drive, download it, disconnect it, bring it back to my PC. I gotta open it, put it back in, and hopefully nothing breaks. It's a pain in the butt, and while I'm doing that, I literally cannot use my computer at all because don't have my computer basically. I really miss, surely that's an error. This isn't real. Yeah, bruh. Honestly, and this is gonna sound kind of backwards, I kind of miss having a gaming laptop. I used to have I think it had a 10300H, only had 8 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 1650. It was an okay little laptop. I actually still have that laptop, and it's what my girlfriend uses to play when she hops on. And seeing the graphics and performance comparison from that thing to what I have now is crazy, and I'm really grateful I have this computer. I do kind of miss having a gaming laptop because it's just, I don't know, there's something about completely clearing off your desk, having nothing but a monitor. Even that, I didn't use a monitor. The monitor was actually the first piece of my setup I have now that I bought, just because I figured, you know what, I have this laptop, I can buy everything else later. I want the monitor and I want it now, so I did. And so there's something special about having your desk completely cleared off. You have nothing on it besides just the monitor, or not even that. It's just clean, and I like it. If need be, I can just fold the laptop up, throw it in my backpack, and be on my way. I don't know, I miss having a gaming laptop. It feels cleaner for some reason. Map is almost completely filled in, and just like that last pixel, boom, filled in. I have one more rocket left from this stack, 2 more stacks to make it home. All right, let's see what these maps look like. I actually kind of like this room being dark with the skylight. It's pretty cool. Let's see here, where do these go? Where am I at? This orientation, so you go there, and then you go there, and then boom, got a 2x2 4x4 map all filled in. I love maps. Look how cool that is. I didn't even know there was a whole new snow biome all the way up there. It's pretty nifty if you ask me. Also got this cool treasure map. I think that's gonna be the end of this episode. A lot of blabbering, not too much building. I did all of it off camera, but it's nice to talk once in a while, and I filled in these maps, talked while doing it, and I don't know, I think it's a good episode. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I really do appreciate it. Go on your own adventures and make your own maps in real life and inside Minecraft. Yeah, I'll catch you next time, and I want to say episode 18. I could be wrong. I get my numbers wrong all the time, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Bye.